Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Keeping It Local. I'm Jamie Ferguson, and we're coming to you live tonight right here from the showroom at Ferguson Roof Systems. Tonight's show will be a little bit more condensed and shorter just due to the weather. We want to make sure that we get everybody home and safe before things could possibly come in. Please be weather aware for the next 24 hours. Tonight, all through tomorrow, just please pay attention to that. Tonight we got two fantastic guests right here. We want to make sure you stay through the whole show because at the end of it we got giveaways. But tonight our very first guest is Cheryl, and she's with the Blanchard Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you got going on over there.
Our first thing that we have going on is our May Days.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming up the 14th through the 16th. We have lots of vendors coming. Right now we have around 80 that's signed up with homemade items, commercial items, lots of food trucks. We have a carnival that's going to be there. You can pre-purchase wristbands at Spencer's. You can also buy them the day of the carnival. It's a real big thing.
Try to get everybody out there. And that's right downtown Blanchard.
Yes.
May 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Yes.
Do they have hours set?
Yes. Friday and Saturday is 10 to 8, and then Sunday is noon to 5. And then the carnival will go 12 to 8, and then 12 to 5.
12 to 5. Now, you said you had live music there, so you got a stage set up, bringing people in from all over, and
yes, Chris Wittenbach with the City of Blanchard, he actually helps me with that, and he has a lot of local and out-of-town bands that come in, and they arrange from good oldies to country, and then there's a little kind of like 70s rock that goes on and stuff. So
sounds like good music.
He does, and he is also doing the Blanchard Idol this year as a singing competition, and that'll be going on Saturday. If somebody's interested in signing up for that, they can find information on the City of Blanchard's website.
So if they want to be on the Blanchard Idol, just go to the Blanchard City website or city page.
Go to Parks and Recreation, or they can even call the City of Blanchard and talk with Chris Wittenbach, and he can get them a
Is it
form.
going on the same time as May Days?
It is. It's going on that Saturday. Matter of fact, all day Saturday will probably be that competition.
And now if people want to come and listen to this, do they need to bring a lawn chair, or is there bleachers there? Okay, they bring their own lawn chair to that. And then you have vendors set up, and they bring in their homemade items, you said? And
yes, and we have boutiques and face painting. We'll have some games set up from other companies. The big thing is, making sure people realize that the carnival doesn't start till noon.
Right.
I don't want everybody showing up at 10 and wanting to ride something.
Yeah. And then you have food trucks and...
We do. We have food trucks, and we have a coffee truck coming, and we have a dessert truck coming. So that
sounds like a good time.
It is.
About how many people usually, weather permitting, shows up for this?
We usually have anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 people that come through.
That's a lot
during
of people.
That 3 days.
That's a lot of people.
It is.
You have other events that you've got scheduled. We talked a little bit about different things that we wanted to participate in.
Right. We actually have coming up in September. We have our blowing smoke cook-off. We usually have anywhere from 8 to 10 competitors, and it's a 2-man team, and they come out and they smoke ribs and pork butt, and this year it's going to be chicken wings, and then there's a secret item that they have to do something with that they do not find out till the day of it.
We have a question over there from the audience.
Juan asked, is it too late to sign up for food trucks?
Yes, I am full on my food trucks.
Sorry, Juan's.
Yes.
Don Juan's famous tacos. I tell you what, those are good.
My food trucks fill up. We start taking application for May Days on January 1st, and by the 3rd, my food trucks are full. So,
did you hear that, Juan? You got to get January 1st.
January 1st.
But if you wait till the 4th, you won't have a place next year.
Yes.
So January 1st, make sure you get signed up right there. It seems like a lot of people want to come to these communities. Is what this is what this show started with, is getting people into the community, getting them active, knowing the businesses out there. Earlier we had Untitled Chamber of Commerce on, and we talked about the importance of keeping the money local.
Right.
It's nice that when your community works Chamber of Commerce works, city works, and everybody works in one, and to help the city get people to shop,
Right.
get people to come in and open a business.
Yes.
That makes it. They have to work hand in hand. It keeps the tax dollars close, which ends up going to our schools and betters our city parks, and it makes the roads better, makes it all work better. So you guys work a lot of hours trying to put these things on.
We do. We actually enjoy what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So, doing these events, with the businesses around, we couldn't have these events without the businesses.
Right.
That's just the way it goes,
Mm-hmm.
because without the businesses, there's no chamber, and then
Right.
we wouldn't be here to put the events on.
Right.
So we try to make sure all of our local businesses are involved in this, because even if you're getting gas locally, that money's still going back and it's helping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's little things make a difference.
It does. We've had a couple of businesses on from Blanchard over there, and they talk about the community coming in and helping them, and how they support them, and that's what we're after. We're after keeping it right there. You guys work hard. If somebody wants to become a member of the chamber, they just need to go to your website.
Yes, they can go to
Facebook?
my website or Facebook, or they can call us. We do have a spot on our website where you can sign up online, and then I will contact you once I get the form.
Become a member. What about volunteering service? Is there opportunities that they could volunteer for different activities?
Yes, like our carnival that's coming up, we have businesses that are actually volunteering their time for a few hours during the day to help run the rides and keep them going. So that's something that
Yeah, volunteers. I mean, we'll be down there. So if you need, we're more than willing to help. On anything you need us for, we got plenty of people that would be willing to.
Okay.
Whatever we got to do over there, and that helps a lot. It keeps the cost down when you can, when people volunteer for things like that to get help when you need it the most.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing?
This is my third year at the chamber. I actually have been there 3 years in September, but this is my third May Days, and actually most of my events, it's the third that I'm going through.
So you got it all worked out. Now you got more. We got a list there, and I've got things marked that we want to do. You got a golfing event coming.
We do. October 1st, we have our annual golf tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 4-man scramble, and it's we encourage anybody who wants to come
Sure.
out and participate. We do have like first, second, and we have a first and second place, and then we do the longest hole and the closest to the pin. And then we do have a hole-in-one sponsorship where you can win a new truck.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would just be nice. We played a lot of scrambles, and they're fun just to go out. Honestly, we've never won any of them, but we go out and have a good time playing, and you get to know more people in the community that
Yes.
want to come out and just have a good time. Usually sit around and eat some food and talk about what you think you did on the course. It may not be exactly what you did, but what you think you did. And, it's fun. The longest drive, somebody just gets to see if they can put it out there.
Yeah,
It's fun to play those things.
it is. We also do a few multi-chamber events with Tuttle and Newcastle to try and bring everybody together,
Sure.
all the businesses
Sure.
and stuff.
Now, is any of those coming up soon? Or?
They are. We have a multi-chamber luncheon that's in July. I think it's the 14th. I could be wrong on that date. But it will be held at the Blanchard High School. So anybody who wants to come is more than welcome. It does cost $15 to come in and eat, but it's worth it.
Now, when you go to these chamber events, whether it doesn't matter if it's Tuttle or Blanchard or Newcastle, when somebody in the community wants to come to a chamber event like their luncheons, sometimes people may not want to because they don't know what's going on. What happens at those luncheons that they can get involved in?
Well, what happens at my luncheons is pretty laid back. I know each chamber is different. We have a sponsor that always sponsors the luncheon, and we have them get up and talk, and say if it's, First National Bank, they're going to stand up and talk with what they have going on within the bank. And if it's, Spiffy Cans, they're going to talk about what their business entails and how they can help you with your trash cans or whatever. One thing we don't do is we don't do anything political.
Right.
So, but as far as coming and listening, it's a good way to get your name out there. It's a good way to meet other businesses.
Sure.
You know, just to talk and network. And I mean, I know several people who have gotten. We have a company called Cross Country Specialty Advertising. I know just by coming and eating lunch, she got 3 new customers from, one's a bank, you know, so it's all about communicating and networking.
Right. Yeah, just getting to know people around you.
Yes.
And you know, sometimes we forget really who's around us that works in a business, and we start searching out of our area, and really not that people will do a bad job out of your area, but it's good to go work with somebody you know. I got another question pointed at me.
Yes. Nathan Wells from Black Atlas Coffee asked, what are the benefits for joining the chamber?
The benefits of joining the chamber to me is the main thing is the networking that goes on. I mean, when you join the chamber, you're not only are you networking with other businesses and getting your name out there, you're also getting your name out there in the community.
Right.
Because the chamber does a lot of community-based activities. We're here to promote any business that wants to join with us, and in return, that promoting that goes out into the public with our coffees or our lunches or the evening events that we do. And the more you can get your name out there, the more business you're going to get.
That's right. That's right.
So,
another question.
Kim Martin asked, what are the dates for May Days again?
May 14th, 15th, and 16th.
You got another one?
Yeah, Katie asked, is there any more information on the smoke-off event for September?
The Blow Smoke Cook-Off is, like I said, the 18th. It is $150, and it's a 2-man team. They pick up the night before their meet, and then we show them their spots within the park to cook. And then we also will give them that special ingredient that night. So,
You better know what you're doing when you go to that.
well, last year we gave them a dozen eggs and told them to make smoked deviled eggs.
Ooh, I'm not sure I can even make deviled eggs, let alone smoked deviled eggs.
It turned out really good.
Some of those guys are good, you know. And then we talked about once they cook the meat, the public can eat.
Yes, we do. The public can come in and eat. We charge $5 for all you can eat. So if there's 14 contestants and you want to go try 14 different ribs, then you go try 14 different ribs. And it's $5 a wristband.
$5.
And a lot of them have sides. You know, some of them will make potato salad or baked beans. One guy made extra eggs and he wrapped them in bacon, and
Oh wow!
it was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be spending $5 down there. You know, guys, it's great to get involved in your community. I promise you guys would keep this short, and it goes on because there's so much to talk about once you get involved in something like this. And I would, you know, these shows, we're getting a ton of views on these shows and shares, and we really appreciate that. But get involved. Whatever town that you're viewing from, get involved in the chambers and go out there and help and volunteer and get to know your community a little better. Network, whatever you need to do, but get involved, and that's why we're here, is to get people involved.
And I'll tell you, once you join your chamber, you need to be involved, because if you just join and then you're sitting in the back, then you're not coming to the events, you're not getting your name out there. We can do so much, but you really need to be involved.
Right.
And come to those luncheons or those coffees, because like the coffee's free to come to. You know, these little small events that we do in the evenings, it's free for you to come out. It's free to get your name out there.
That's the way,
Just be involved, you know. You'll get what you put out of it or put into it.
Well, there's much more than just getting involved with the business side, because you see them at the ballparks, you see them at the gyms, you see them downtown shopping, you see them at May Days, you see them all these different places, and you're just saying hi to a friend.
Right.
And that's what this is all about. Now, guys, I've got my phone up over here, and I'm doing my best to watch the satellite as we're doing all of this and making sure that it's not popping up on us right now and getting anything, but it looks pretty good at this point, and no one's called, so we're all good there. But I've got to get you to a meeting.
Yes.
But it was a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you. I know it was short. I know you cut it in, guys. She's trying to get to one of her meetings over there in Blanchard, so we're going to let her go. But what we want you to do is stay tuned. We'll be right back with our next guest here on Keeping It Local.
Aaron Tuttle here. It's storm season in Oklahoma, and with that comes torrential rain, high winds, and hail. To protect your home and your family from these threats, the one roofing company you should trust is Ferguson Roof Systems. They've been providing the best in roofing services for nearly half a century. Ferguson is Oklahoma's full-service roofing company, certified with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and a 5-star rating on Google. And with Ferguson now offering Class 4 impact-resistant shingles, now is the time to trust them with your home's roof. Get started today at FergusonRoofSystems.com.
Welcome back, guys, to Keeping It Local. We got a second guest here, and now when I introduced this one, they have been so kind to help you and I. This is Stacy, and she's with Sprague's Backhoe and Storm Cellar. Storm Cellar?
Just Sprague's Backhoe.
Just
Storm
Sprague's
shelters.
Backhoe and Storm Shelter.
Yeah.
So you're out of the Blanchard Bridge Creek area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, guys, when I introduced her, you know, I called you about a month ago, and we talked, and we are partnering together to give away that storm shelter on May 27th. And as Daniel, he'll put the graphics up on there on how you need to get, what you need to do to get registered for that. And each time you register and watch these shows and do what it shows on the little graphics there, you'll get your name put in, and we're going to give it away. And we're teaming up to put this in the yard to help somebody out that don't have one or need something to put in their yard out there. Now, you guys not only do that, but you do the backhoe service.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about kind of your daily work.
Right now, it's mostly septic systems, storm shelters, and safe rooms. We specialize in lateral lines, so we have a lot of that going on. New construction and redos for failing septic systems. And we also do a lot of digging for plumbers.
Right. So you guys have the trenchers and you get out there and move some dirt.
Whenever they need to go deep, we can go 14 to 15 feet deep. So down to the main.
Oh, to the main, yeah. So they can work into a main line from a house or a business. Yeah. Now, you guys, I know you like to keep it close what you do, but you travel the whole state we talked about.
We do. We'll go anywhere. Most of our work is within like 40, 50 miles from Blanchard, British Creek area. So
you could stay busy just working the area.
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys work on septic systems now. And you can clean them out. Do you guys clean them out, or do you guys just...
don't. We refer to another local company
person
for that.
But you guys set the new ones, and you put all the lateral lines in, and they're all correct, and you guys do all that hard work on on where it goes. Now, you said you do new and like if somebody's remodeling or something breaks. You fix it in there. Now, how long have you guys been doing this?
We have been in business for 8 years, but Jack's been doing it for almost 20.
He knows what he's doing.
He does.
He knows how to run a backhoe.
He does. He can pretty much do it with his eyes closed.
You know, that it takes a trick sometimes because you're working around, you know, sidewalks or driveways or
utility lines.
And all these things are danger areas that they scream out at you as a contractor. And you just don't want somebody out there that's that's just
Me.
really don't have.
Yeah.
You don't want me doing it. You might have a trench through your driveway if I.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just going to cut your driveway out. We'll fill it with concrete later. That's how I would do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't go under it, so no big deal, I guess. But you guys, he does that. He works every day, or what's he? I mean,
Right now, we schedule every day, but with all this rain, we get rain delays, and so we just kind of keep everything located as far as doing with Oki, and we do things as soon as they dry out.
Sure.
So,
this time of year is tough. We
Kinda
talked
crazy.
about it.
Yeah.
The question she asked me is how does the weather affect you? And it really does affect me because we schedule our jobs every day, but then this time of year, like we didn't schedule anything for today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep that up there. We try to keep everything where people's homes are safe.
Yeah.
We've seen things go on and rains come in on projects, and I'm like, man, I can't believe that's wide open, and poor people. And same with you. If you get in the middle of it, all of a sudden you're in mud.
Yep.
And it's
One day of rain will screw us up for a week.
oh yeah, we got a lot of rain last week. I mean, it's just. But you just take the good with the bad. You just keep scheduling.
Yep.
People's very understanding on
They
that,
are.
and they just help us. And they, we understand. We don't want this or that,
Yeah.
and go with it. Now, does he work every day, or does he take the weekends off? And you guys,
Sometimes he has to look at jobs on weekends just because it's just him. We don't have crews, and so he'll work weekends sometimes if he needs to. But
so he's doing all the work himself.
he is, yeah.
So you are getting the main man.
You are getting
When
the
they
main
call
man.
Sprague, you're getting the main man.
Yes.
And that's great.
Yeah.
Most of your contractors, regardless of how large they are now, started out that way. They got out there and they done the dirt work themselves, regardless of what it was, cement to roofing, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They got out there and they built their business with word of mouth.
Yes.
And now we have opportunities for Facebook and to help us, but it still comes down to word of
does.
mouth. We talked about, guys, I'm going to turn my radar back on here so I can watch it. We talked about when I was looking for someone on the storm cellar, I didn't know anybody in the area. Now I do.
Yes.
So now when we go to the houses and we're going to tell them, call Stacy. She's going to hook you up. She's right here from the area. She knows what she's talking about there. Her husband does the work and they got all the equipment to do it.
Yep.
That's what this show's for. Oh, got a question.
Yes, Crystal asked, how big of a shelter are we giving away?
So we're going to give away a 6x8 slope front shelter, and it has the stamped concrete, so it's the pretty design, and it also has a powder coated door and steps, so it's not going to rust out.
That's like the royal treatment right there.
It also has a water resistant coating around the whole bottom part that goes in the ground.
So how many people can fit in that system right there? That
10 to 12.
10 to 12 people. So you have friends and relatives. We get that. We have one at the house, and people don't have them. So we just tell them, come over.
Yep.
And we'll fit you in there somehow. And we don't want people without one. We all have lived through some pretty violent storms around here. And we want people safe.
Yes.
And that's why we chose this route to give this away for people. They're not outrageously expensive. I don't want to say that, but sometimes, especially the year we've come through, people are just they get to the weekend and they're out of money sometimes because of their job shutting down or what have you. So we're trying our best to give something back to the community, and all they have to do is those instructions there on the line. Pretty simple.
Super easy.
And there's no obligation on any of it.
Yep.
So it's going to help somebody.
Yes.
Now, about how long have you guys always done the storm cellar, or is this something you added?
That's where we started.
You started doing that, and you've added the other things. Another question.
Does it have to go in the garage floor, or can you install it out in the yard?
It's an outdoor concrete shelter.
Yeah, this one is outdoor. It's not one that goes in the garage. As she explained, it's the one with the slope face on it. They stick up about 2 or 3 feet out of the ground.
If you go to our website, it's spraguesbackhoe.com, and then go to the storm shelter tab at the top, you'll see a picture of it. It's the 6x8 slope front, stamped and powder coated.
I mean, that's Cadillac. It's the way to go. Again, your website again. That's where we want to take them to. Your website again is
It's www.spraguesbackhoe.com.
And you also have Facebook.
We have Facebook and Instagram.
And as you can see in the instructions, we want you to go and drive to their Facebook site. Got another question.
Do you only do in-ground shelters, or do they also deal with safe rooms?
We do above ground safe rooms also.
They've got everything
We've
for
got
you
3
guys.
different sizes.
Do you do the ones in the garage floor?
We don't.
You don't.
No.
Okay, so they can do safe rooms, and they can do the exterior outside storm shelters. They can fix your lateral lines, septic tanks for new stuff, to putting it in there if you need new in there. You guys got it all right there.
We do.
Another one.
Where can the winner live?
Where what?
The winner, like who can?
Oh, the area. That's a good question. The area. You know, what we have got set up is kind of a radius between the towns that we're talking about keeping it local. And we're talking about Minko out Washington area over here to, you know, probably the Moore area or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what area we're talking about right here. Now, that would come with the winter free. If we've got to travel out farther than that in Oklahoma here, there would probably just be a little bit cost out of your pocket just to pay their gas and their time, because it is a little farther drive and a little more expensive. But it just depends on where it's at. We might be able to help you out a little bit here at Ferguson Roof. We don't want you to have any expense, but if it's way out there in Beaver, Oklahoma,
Yeah. Be looking at a couple $100, which is still.
it's just gas.
Yeah.
It's just gas once it gets out of there. So we're trying to keep it in here, but we won't turn anybody down. But you know, that's you know, it's a good idea to have that storm shelter. We get a lot of people that they're afraid this time of year, and
Yeah.
we don't want them to be afraid. We want them to be a safe
Yeah.
area, so we want them to know it's there.
Yes.
So do you guys get a lot of calls?
We get a lot of calls.
Yeah.
A lot of sometimes, you know, if they've been in Oklahoma, they're like, "Oh, I've lived in Oklahoma my whole life. You know,
They're not afraid.
I can deal with tornadoes." But a lot of people that move here from out of state, they're like, "I need a storm shelter like now."
Oh yeah, we see it all the time. We'll
Yeah.
we'll travel somewhere and they go, "How do you live with all those
I know.
tornadoes?" I'm like, "We get a couple a year."
I know.
How do
Like,
you live with the hurricanes?
I know.
That's what how do you live when it's below zero all the
Yeah.
time? So it's what you look at. At our house, we have this storm shelter open, but we're out looking for the storm outside.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then we
same
run and
here.
get in right before it hits.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what we want. I don't like getting down in there and waiting.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah.
I guess if it's coming at me and I could hear it, I could probably
Yeah.
wait a little longer. But
Yeah.
that's Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
just
what we do too.
we want to look at we don't believe the TV that
We
it's
gotta
there.
See it.
We got to see it for our own eyes. What do you guys like to do when you're not digging holes and fixing things?
Well, spring and summer are our favorite seasons.
Yeah.
So we like to go camping.
Camping. That's fun.
That is fun.
Do you guys travel long, or you kind of keep around the area?
Yeah, we just kind of stick around.
Camper, tent,
We have a camper.
or the people that go to the hotel and call it camping?
No, we have a camper.
Yeah, so do we. We know
Yeah.
how it goes. I mean, we have some great people that we run around with, and
Yeah.
we camp together. We go to
Yeah.
church camp all the way to Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's a blast. We love getting outside.
Yeah.
The grandkids love it, and they run and get dirty, and
Yep.
it's good to get away and do things with the family.
Yes.
Do you guys get to do it much this time of year because of how busy you are?
We don't
Mainly fall?
usually. In the spring, I don't really schedule anything just because you never know what the weather's going to do.
That's right, right.
and we're just having to deal with rain delays, and so we just try to work as much as possible so we don't like take off during May especially. So we try to go like June, July,
Right.
August in between.
Now, I'm sure you guys get a backlog.
We do.
People calling, and if anybody's like me, you wait till the last minute to do things. That's my specialty, and then wonder why no one will come help me.
Yes.
If somebody was wanting to get a storm shelter, is it best to call like wintertime and schedule it?
Yes. So the crazy schedule starts like in February, into February, like starting in March. So the best time is like between September and December, kind of when we're in our off season. We can usually do like 2-3 week turnaround time, but
Right.
like right now it's more like 8 to 12 weeks.
Everything right now is 8 to 12
Yeah.
weeks. When we order windows for someone's house, they're way out there,
Yes.
or certain garage doors. It's just everything has pushed out, and it has really caused issue. Do you guys have any trouble getting things? We have trouble getting things
Not
sometimes.
quite yet. The price of septic materials is going up,
Oh,
but we
my,
haven't
yeah.
had, like one time he went to Yukon for parts, but then he had to turn around and go to Moore because Yukon didn't have it. So
Right.
that was the only time so far.
I think
knock on
everybody's
wood.
facing this, you know. We don't have any trouble getting shingles. I mean, that's not a problem, but specialty things on some houses, it's just tough to get. I was talking to a guy this weekend, and he does air conditioning over there at Newcastle, E-Steps over there at Newcastle, and he was talking about how hard it is to get some units.
Yeah.
And they're having to flip over here or there, try to get people situated where they can be cool. And so this is the time that we have to work together, but we got to be prepared.
Yeah.
So it is best if we set up something earlier when we get in line.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for a storm shelter, even though you might be a little bit out, don't wait, don't hesitate.
Yeah.
Go ahead and book that spot. Call Sprague's over there, book that spot, and obviously there's no guarantee they can get it through what we call our major storm season, which is May, and we kind of start drying out, but we get another one in the fall.
Yes.
And everything changes there, so get in line, get that done, don't hesitate. I mean, it's really not, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's not really going to get any cheaper.
Yeah.
Things are
No,
getting higher.
It is.
They're kind of driving the wrong direction. We want them
For
to do
sure.
this.
Yes.
We want them to go down a little bit. I'm
Yes.
gonna do this again. But now when you go out there, do you guys have to examine? Is there some places you can't put them? The ground's different, or?
Sometimes, so normally what we do is when they call, I'll pull them up on Google Satellite and just kind of check the area. If it's wide open access, we just say have a plan A and a plan B of where you want to install it, and then we figure it out that morning. If access looks limited, if it's in a really tight neighborhood, then we'll do a site visit before just to make sure access is good, or if they have a ditch or something that would kind of prevent access, then we'll visit and kind of see if we can find a way in.
Now, how many different types do you have
Of shelters?
of shelters?
So we have a flat top, we have 2 different ones, and then we have 4 different slope fronts and 3 different above grounds.
So you guys have a lot of
Yeah.
different. They
We
can
have-
get all kinds, different amount of people and different styles. Got another question?
Yes, when would the giveaway for the shelter be installed? Is there an 8 to 12 week wait on that too?
May 27th is when it's going to be installed.
Drawn.
Sorry, not installed. That was wrong. We need to erase that live. But that's when it's going to be drawn. See, she corrected me real quick, and I'm used to being corrected. So May 27th is when it's going to get drawn out. And then we are probably looking.
It just kind of depends on where the winner lives. So sometimes, it may be 8 weeks. At that point, it may be July before we can get it done. Sometimes we have situations where if we have 2 in Bridge Creek, and then we can tack you on to the end of that day or something like that. It just kind of depends on.
There's a lot that weighs on
Yeah.
it. You guys, you got to look at it this way. It weighs on where you live and the situation with your yard.
And if access is easy.
If access.
Yeah.
Weather. If it's raining,
Weather.
it's this or that. Because the more it rains now, the more the jobs get pushed. And so, and it's hard sometimes for us as homeowners to understand this one thing. Sometimes we go out to a job and people ask me, how far are you behind? We have been behind 6 months before. And sometimes I say 2 weeks. And then you wait 2 weeks to call me and say you want to do it.
Then
Put
it's
it
a
in
month.
tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. It's still 2, 3, 4 weeks because other people are grabbing a hold. And like I said, don't wait. People are grabbing a hold and getting in line. And so it can push that farther out if you don't jump on that time opportunity.
Yeah.
So we will install it as fast as possible. A lot of it just depends on a lot of variables right there.
Yep.
But we will get it in.
Yeah,
And we
for
will
sure.
make sure it's done. I can tell you this, it won't be installed in May.
No.
It won't. I mean, because we're doing it at the end of May, and we just want. I got to make sure my radar's still going. We want to make sure it gets done right, but they're just booked. And so we're going to do the best we can
Yes.
with that right there. Now, if somebody wants to get in touch with you again, what is your Facebook again?
You can find us at Sprague's Backhoe.
Sprague'sBackhoe.com, and then you got a Facebook.
Facebook, yeah, it's at Sprague's Backhoe.
Guys, please, please, please go to these sites and go help them. Like them, follow them, whatever you got to do, get on there. And as Daniel puts it up again, what you got to get in this drawing right here. And we're going to have Sprague's back, and they're going to draw for the winner. I'm going to let her draw. We got another question.
Yeah, does the extra dirt stay on the winner's property, or is it hauled off? And if they don't want it, I'll take it. For my yard.
So most people keep their dirt. We do offer dirt haul off at $150 a load. Normally it's just one load, but rarely does anybody want their dirt hauled off.
Yeah, they want it.
Yeah, they
They've
want to
got,
keep it.
You live in Oklahoma, so you got gopher holes
Yeah.
everywhere, dog digs. You got
Yes.
areas where you got low water standing. There's always something around here. I mean, I'll take your dirt.
We had a guy recently, he wanted to use it to build bike ramps for his kids.
Oh yeah.
So
No, we're
just
always doing something
use
out
it
there for the
yeah.
grandkids. You know, just
Yeah.
just something we can go out there and
Yep.
have fun with for
Yes.
a while. You know, but when you do that, some of the dirt goes up against it.
Yeah,
Right.
he'll backfill it.
Now, when you put that in the ground, do you have to put a gravel down or anything?
Nope.
Nope, just right
Yep.
there. You don't have any problem with that. And then the door locks.
Yep.
And they can lock it from the inside and no problems. Now these F5s, these storms, so you got it all fixed up.
Yes.
Another question.
Can past giveaway winners win?
Can past giveaway winners win? Clarify.
They won other giveaways.
Oh yeah. If you've won before, okay, guys, by sharing these videos, by liking the pages, our page, your page, and the other pages of the people that's been in here, your names go in. We're going to draw in a little bit with all the names from last week, and all these names just keep getting loaded into the big hopper, and we're going to have a lot of names to draw through. But you just follow those instructions, get in there, get them done, and you see them on there where it talks about having us out for a look-see on your house or your business. I want you to understand, there's no obligation. Just make sure it's ready for the rain we're getting the next 24 hours. Make sure you don't have a leak around a pipe, something that we can seal up and be done with very quickly. Now, keep in mind that there are a lot of roofing companies out there, and I'm not telling you any of them are bad. I'm not here to say that, but we are one of, there may be another, but we're one of the only ones around here that's licensed for residential and commercial. If they just got a residential license, they cannot go to your commercial business. That is against the state law. So we can do both. And again, there's no obligation, but we want to be able to help you. Sometimes we can prevent things before it causes a problem with just a little bit of time. And most of the time, we don't even charge for that stuff. We just got there and fix it and be done with it. Just because we have the extra material from other jobs, and we get it done real quick and go on about our way and help somebody out a little bit. But thank you for being on this show.
Thanks for having me.
Now I got a question.
I'm ready.
She's ready for this question. Now, she was very, very, very nervous about being on this show. Was it that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad.
It's easy, isn't it?
Yes, it was easy.
Guys, if you want to be on this show, please, 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 Brooklyn, where they got to go to?
Email us. Looks like the email is going across the top of the screen.
Emails on top of the screen. They keep changing things on me, so I just have to ask now. I don't know. Daniel said he didn't change it. It's always been there. But I don't get to see that side of it. So you can go to our Facebook site and message. I get a lot of people messaging about it all the time. Just message us if you want to, or go to the email. Get on this site. Okay, now if you're looking for any kind of events, they gave me some information here. If you're looking for any events or businesses, info, neighboring towns, follow Keepin' It Local group. Now we're going to start putting things on there. Guys, this is ever changing, ever growing on this Keepin' It Local right here. Yesterday, Brooklyn was over there at Creek Bottom Burgers over here at Newcastle. Fantastic place to eat. Get over there. And they are they're hiring help in there. They're looking for people for grill, Brooklyn.
They're hiring all positions.
All
they're
positions.
in dire need of a cook.
They're wanting a good cook. So if you're looking for a job, head on down there. I got their address written down here. I know where it's at by heart. My truck just kind of goes there when I just drive that direction. But it's right off Highway 37, right before you get to Newcastle and Tri-City. Their actual address is 1107 Northwest 32nd, right there in Newcastle. And that's Creek Bottom Burgers and Barbecue. And if somebody else is hiring, let us know. We'll put it out here. We get a lot of viewers, help you out as much as possible. We're going to do a giveaway, and you're going to get to draw.
Okay.
We got 2 names to draw from last week, Thursday? Last Thursdays. We got Black Atlas Coffee. Nathan over there, I mean, he was like a coffee connoisseur. It was crazy, the knowledge that's in him. Did you watch it?
Yes.
It is not, that guy knew exactly everything about coffee.
I know I have to try it.
I had no, yeah, you want to try it?
Yeah.
I mean, his knowledge he had. He's got a giveaway. And then we got Shopping Mama Delivery Service. She's got a giveaway. And we're going to go to Shopping Mama first. And what she's got right here, she's got a delivery service. She shops retail for you. Not looking at restaurants, but she does your shopping at the local stores or wherever you want her to go. And you can go to her website at Shopping Mama Delivery Service or Facebook. She's got 1 free delivery. So all you would be out would be your whatever you was purchasing.
Tyler Cook.
Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook, you get a free delivery from Shopping Mama's Delivery Service. Now we got Black Atlas Coffee. Now he's got 3 bags of coffee and a tumbler. And he's got it all in one package. So whoever wins this one is really doing good.
Hope I draw myself.
There you go.
Susan Grounds.
Susan Grounds. And I know where I know Susan, and I know where she lives. If you give Susan, just get with us, and we'll tell you. Or you can go to Black Atlas Coffee, his website or his Facebook. Hook up with Nathan over there, and you can just get it right from him. It's 3 bags of coffee and a tumbler. So I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'm telling you, that guy had me wanting to drink coffee.
I'm a coffee drinker. And
He knows it so well. It's just crazy about how much he knows about. Mm-hmm. He's put some work into that. It's where you're supposed to be business, though. Yes. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And appreciate you teaming with us and giving away this shelter and everything.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And it's going to be good.
It is.
And you guys, I mean, thank you. You're going to have me back on the May 27th. Mm-hmm. So is it today the 27th?
Yeah, I think
so.
so.
It's a month. We timed that pretty good. I mean, we did well.
We did.
We did good. Guys, thank you again for tuning in. Make sure you go to their pages and like them. And we'll see you next time on Keeping It Local.